Let go and let tonight's gentle tale carry you into rest. Poppy and loving guardian Yuri. This story is about a girl named Poppy who learns the magic of generosity from Yuri, the loving guardian of the forest, and helps her village thrive through kind acts. In the heart of a lush, magical forest, there was a small village named Aldoria. This village was known for its kindness and the spirit of generosity that flowed through each of its residents. At the edge of Aldoria, a young girl named Poppy lived with her loving parents. Poppy was a bright and curious child who loved exploring every nook and cranny of the vibrant forest. One sunny afternoon, Poppy wandered deeper into the forest than ever before. She came across the beautiful clearing where the grass was greener and the flowers were more colorful than anywhere else. In the center of the clearing stood a majestic oak tree with golden leaves that shimmered in the sunlight. To her amazement, a gentle voice greeted her. "Hello, Poppy." Startled, Poppy looked round and saw a figure emerging from the shadows. It was a graceful creature with wings that sparkled like the stars and a smile that could warm even the coldest of hearts. "I am Yuri, the loving guardian of this forest," said the creature. All felt a sense of calm wash over her. Yuri had a gentle yet powerful presence that made her feel safe. "I watch over this forest and all who dwell within it," Yuri continued. "Your heart is pure, Poppy. Would you like to learn the greatest secret of Aldoria?" Poppy nodded eagerly. Yuri's eyes twinkled with wisdom and kindness as she began to speak. "The true magic of Aldoria lies in the power of generosity. When someone gives freely without expecting anything in return, the magic of the forest grows stronger." Poppy listened intently, her heart filling with a warm glow. "How can I be generous?" she asked. Yuri smiled and touched Poppy's hand gently. "Guiding does not always mean giving things. It can mean offering your time, kindness, or understanding to others." Poppy thought about Yuri's words as she walked back home. As the days went by, she started to practice what Yuri had taught her. She helped her mother with chores, shared her toys with friends, and comforted those who felt sad. One day, the village faced a terrible drought, and the crops began to wither. The villagers were worried and unsure of what to do. Poppy remembered Yuri's words and gathered the children to help. Together, they worked tirelessly to bring water from the nearby river to the fields. Their hard work and generosity did not go unnoticed. The adults joined in, and soon the whole village was working together. As they toiled, the forest seemed to respond. The trees grew taller, and the leaves shone brighter. Flowers bloomed everywhere, and the river water sparkled like diamonds. It was as if Aldoria itself was thanking them for their kindness. One evening, as Poppy was resting under the majestic oak tree, Yuri appeared once more. "You have done well, Poppy. Your generosity has brought great magic to Aldoria," Yuri said. "Always remember, the true power of magic lies not in what we receive, but in what we give." Poppy's eyes sparkled with joy. She felt a deep sense of fulfillment, and knew that she would continue to spread the magic of generosity throughout her life. And so, the village of Aldoria thrived, its people bonded by the simple yet profound acts of giving, forever guided by the unseen hand of Yuri, the loving guardian of the forest. Another story awaits to ease your night. Heather and Veronica's Dream Adventure. This story is about the girl named Heather, who meets a magical beetle named Veronica in her dreams and goes on an enchanting adventure. Heather had always been a dreamer. Each night, as she laid her head on the soft pillow, her room would transform into a gateway to magical realms. One night as the silver moonlight bathed her room, Heather found herself in a lush forest filled with towering trees and glowing flowers. Amidst the vibrant colors and sweet fragrances, she met Veronica, a shiny beetle with emerald green wings. "Hello, I'm Veronica," the beetle greeted warmly. Heather, surprised but delighted, introduced herself. "Shall we go on an adventure?" Veronica asked, her wings glimmering in the moonlight. Heather eagerly nodded. They journeyed through the forest, discovering enchanting creatures and hidden paths. They met a family of singing flowers whose melodies could make the stars dance. They encountered a wise old owl who told stories of ancient times. As they approached a sparkling stream, Veronica said, "This is no ordinary water. It holds the dreams of the forest." Heather dipped her fingers into the cool water and felt a wave of dreams washing over her. She saw visions of brave knights, dazzling fairies, and faraway kingdoms. "This is amazing," Heather exclaimed. "Dreams are the seeds of our greatest adventures," Veronica replied with a knowing smile. As the dawn approached, the forest began to fade. Heather felt a gentle tug pulling her back to her bed. "Will I see you again?" she asked Veronica. "As long as you dream, we will meet," Veronica assured her. Heather woke up, the sunlight filtering through her window. She smiled, knowing that her dreams held endless possibilities, and that her new friend Veronica would always be there, waiting for their next adventure. The flowers glowed with magical colors, and the air was filled with the fragrance of 1,000 blossoms. In the center of the garden, there was a serene pond with water so clear that it reflected the sky perfectly. Star felt a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. Flash appeared beside her and said, "It's a simple tea here, and now you can enjoy the garden side by side. Always remember, the best things in life come to those who wait." Star spent the evening in the garden, admiring its wonders and feeling grateful for the lessons she had learned. When she finally left, she carried the memory of the garden in her heart, promising to always cherish the Valley of Patience. Let's explore a new tale, soft and warm. Sunshine. This story is about Hannah and Blossom, who discover the cause of dim sunshine and restore its brightness by caring for the sun tree. And upon a time in a quaint little village, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Hannah. She had a friend, a tiny mouse named Blossom, who she loved dearly. Every morning, Hannah and Blossom would wake up to the first light of the sunshine that streamed in through Hannah's window. The sunlight's golden rays would paint enchanting patterns on the wooden floor, creating a magical atmosphere in her cozy room. One day, as they sat by the window, Blossom noticed the sunshine looked different. It seemed dimmer and less vibrant. Hannah noticed it too and decided they should find out the reason. They put on their adventuring hats and set out into the world. They walked through the vibrant village, where everyone greeted them with warm smiles. Hannah's dress fluttered like petals in the wind, and Blossom's tiny feet made soft pitter-patter sounds on the cobblestone streets. They passed by the baker's shop, where the smell of freshly baked bread lingered in the air, making their tummies rumble. As they ventured further, they reached the edge of the village, where a mystical forest stood tall and proud. Tall trees with lush green leaves formed a canopy that filtered the sunlight, creating a dappled effect on the forest floor. Hannah and Blossom bravely entered the forest, guided by the rays of sunshine that peeked through the leaves. They came across the clearing where an elderly tortoise named Tulum resided. Tulum greeted them warmly and asked what brought them to the forest. Hannah explained their concern about the dimmer sunshine. With a wise nod, Tulum began to tell them about the sun tree, a magical tree at the heart of the forest that was responsible for the brightness of the sun. He told them that the sun tree needed care and love just like any living being. Intrigued and determined, Hana and Blossom asked Tulum for directions to the sun tree. As they journeyed deeper into the forest, they encountered many wonders, sparkling streams, singbirds, and fragrant flowers. Each step brought them closer to their goal. Finally, they reached the heart of the forest, where the majestic sun tree stood. Its golden leaves shimmered with heat, and its branches seemed tired. Hannah approached the tree and whispered kind words, while Blossom scampered around finding small pebbles and flowers to place at its roots. The tree responded to their care, its leaves gradually regaining their radiant glow. Warm sunlight began to flood out of the forest, casting vibrant hues back into the village. Anna and Blossom smiled at each other, knowing their efforts had brought back the sunshine. They returned home as heroes, with the village basking in the glorious light once again. That night, as Hannah tucked Blossom into her little bed, they both felt a warm glow within their hearts, knowing they had made a difference. And every morning after that, the sunshine seemed a little brighter, and Hannah and Blossom's friendship grew stronger with each new day. A new chapter begins to bring you peace. Tansy and Heather's Sunshine Adventure. This story is about a girl named Tansy, who embarks on a magical adventure with a sunbeam spirit named Heather and discovers the joy and warmth of sunshine. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between emerald hills and sapphire skies, lived a bright little girl named Tansy. With golden hair that shimmered in the morning sunlight and eyes as blue as the summer sea, Tansy was known for her cheerful spirit. Every morning, she would race outside barefoot and dance among the wildflowers, feeling the earth beneath her feet and the warm sun on her face. One magical day, as Tansy twirled and spun with abandon, a soft glimmer caught her eyes. She stopped abruptly and squinted towards the source of the light. To her astonishment, a sunbeam spirit named Heather appeared before her, radiating a warm, soothing glow. With her light, Heather seemed to fill the air with the scent of blooming flowers and the gentle hum of bees. "But hello, Tansy," Heather said in a voice that sounded like the gentle rustle of leaves. "I've been watching you play, and I'd like to invite you on a sunshine adventure." Tansy's eyes widened with excitement and curiosity. She had always loved stories of magical beings and hidden worlds. "Where will we go?" she asked eagerly. Heather smiled and extended a glowing hand. "Follow me, and you'll see, I just promise." Together, they floated up into the sky, the world below shrinking until the village seemed a mere dot. They passed fluffy clouds that Tansy could almost touch, feeling like she was in a dream. After what felt like moments, they arrived at a magnificent garden suspended in the sky. This was Heather's home, a place where sunshine was woven into every petal of every flower. The garden was filled with plants that glowed with an inner light, their colors more vibrant than anything Tansy had seen before. Birds sang melodies that seemed to be made of sunlight, and the air was filled with a sense of joy and peace. Heather led Tansy through the garden, showing her flowers that sparkled like diamonds and ponds that shimmered with golden light. "This is where the sunshine in your world is born," Heather explained. Tansy was fascinated, touching petals and dipping her fingers in the golden ponds. She felt a connection to this magical place, as if the very essence of sunshine was becoming a part of her. As the day turned into twilight, Heather guided Tansy to a grand oak tree with leaves that glowed softly. They sat in a cozy nook between the roots, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and pink. "Thank you for bringing me here," Tansy whispered, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. Heather smiled, her glow dimming to a soft, comforting light. "The pleasure was mine, Tansy. Remember, the sunshine will always be with you, even on cloudy days," she said. As stars began to twinkle in the sky, Heather whisked Tansy back down to her village. Tansy feet touched the familiar earth, but her heart was forever changed. From that day on, whenever she felt sad or lonely, she would remember Heather Haught's words and feel the warmth of the sunshine within her. And so, Tansy continued to dance among the wildflowers, each twill and spin a celebration of the magical adventure she had with her sunbeam spirit friend. Let this story bring you comfort as you drift to sleep.